Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Switcher Studio office hours, as we've been calling them, where a couple of us team members come into the 101 group and answer your questions. That's what we're here for, is to answer all of your Switcher Studio questions. We like to give you some tips along the way as well, which we're going to be doing today about some of our favorite Switcher Studio features. First, I should, mention who we have here, so she's not just sitting there awkwardly waiting for me to stop talking so she can. But of course, we have Asia here,
Hello.
our CX associate and company chef, which I'm going to keep up there because in her
Love
own
it.
live streams that she does, as well as working here at Switcher, she does a lot of cooking streams, and they're awesome, and everything looks really tasty. So,
Well,
um,
thanks.
yeah, I'm gonna pull up the stream here, make sure we're going there really good, make sure everything's going there. I'm seeing some comments coming in already, which is great. That is what we want to see. I'm going to get rid of our lower thirds here and put up that, where is it? Boom, that right there. Ask your Switcher Studio questions in the comments so we can make sure we answer as many of those as we can. We're going to be live for probably the next 30 minutes or so, answering all those. Something I've been having fun with in the last couple of these streams is asking just some random questions as well. So we have two of them this week. We have one kind of more serious or interesting one, and one that's, I think, more serious and more important. So less important first. What are you streaming this week? Curious. Drop us a link. Let us know what you're going to be streaming. Are you streaming sports, talk shows, podcasts, cooking, like Asia over there? Let us know what you're doing. And the other question I'm always curious about at this time of year, which, yes, this is not an April Fool's joke. We are live right now to answer your questions. But
This is real life.
if you did get fooled, let us know what happened. How did you get fooled for on the first day of April? Is that a thing outside
Yes.
of America? Is that a worldwide thing, or I don't
That's
know?
a good question.
Someone tell us that. Jared, I see Jared, one of our team members. Google that. Let us know, Jared. Um, but yeah, we're here, like I said, to answer your questions. So again, please put those in the comments for us. We just had that big update that went out yesterday. Did a lot of
So
live streams, so
exciting.
hopefully you saw some of that. We're gonna go over some of those features here today because some of that's just been opened up to more people. But if you have questions about that as well, put those in there. So yeah, let's hop into it. Today's topic I kind of put up or came up with was talking about some of our favorite features, some of the things that Switcher Studio does that we're really excited about. And Asia, I know one you use a lot, and I'll let you talk about is that auto feature or the auto switching feature. And after we talk about it a little bit, I can go in and show you how to do that. We've got an iPad set up here, so we can show that off. So yeah, I'm gonna let you take it away on the good old auto
Sweet.
switching.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I was just telling Dan, I think I could talk about auto switching for like a whole day. Even though talking about it for a whole day maybe sounds like it's a complicated thing and I'm having to explain it, but really it's super easy to set up and I just have like so many uses for it. But I, like Dan said, I do a lot of cooking streams. It's very fun. But if you do cooking streams or other making type streams where you are using your hands a lot, or if you're just like a single person making your content and there's no one behind the camera for you, this feature is like the best thing ever. So basically, you just have the option to either obviously like manually switch everything,
Mm-hmm.
or you can
Would it be
automatically set a
helpful if I just
specific.
put it up there? Here, let me
Sure,
put it
why
up there
not?
so
Let's
you
do
can
it.
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's your tab
Yeah.
right down there.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever you have like all your cameras connected to your switcher, it'll show like them in a list, and then you can set your interval, and you can even shuffle between camera views if you want to change it up, make it, I don't know, whatever way you're wanting your stream to look like. But like I said, I do cooking, so there are like a lot of times where I have like, I talked about this last time, but it's like a real thing. Like when you get pineapple juice on your hands, it just gets everywhere. And so I really don't want to be touching my screen when I do stuff like that. So I love it. I know that a lot of churches use it as well, so they can just set it and like not have to touch it every time. But yeah, it's like a really awesome feature. You can. It also is really nice if you play with transitions to use like set the transition, and when it switches cameras, it'll use whatever transition you set. So I like using the is it push? I'm trying to remember now. I don't remember the names of the or
The
wipe. I use the wipe transition a
oh
lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and so
That
like
show that.
any transitions you set will show up when you do your auto switching, which is pretty
Hmm.
cool. Um, Makes it a little more professional looking. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I think that's super cool, and I agree. You can get really creative with the changing the camera, so the doing the auto switching, and then also using the transitions like the wipe. What I've actually seen some cool things is using the cross dissolve and coming
Oh,
in and
that's fun.
dropping like the duration down to like 0.2 seconds. It just really softens up the cut a little bit. So I've seen that used
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I've also seen these transitions brought up to like 5 seconds, and this is for like a band was doing a performance and they were switching really long crossfade, so it kind of faded in between who was playing, and it really fit the
That's
band's
so
theme really
cool.
well. So yeah,
Love
definitely
that.
some cool things you can do with the auto switching and uh, transitions at the same time. Yeah, I of course you can come up here and you'll see the sources. I don't have any camera sources connected to that one. All my camera sources are being used for the main production, so that's why they're there. Um, yeah, so cool. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of comments come in here too. That's gonna be the first one. Anything else you want to mention about auto switching?
Trying to think. Uh, it's just I can't stress enough specifically. Well, if I can talk specifically for like creators out there who are trying to stream and make like really standoutish productions
Mm-hmm.
and not having. I was joking around about this with someone the other day. My husband also streams, and I was like, man, would it be nice? And he's like a huge like audio tech nerd person. I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if he didn't stream and he could just be my like AV team? But that's not the case. So
Right.
using Auto Switch and Switcher in general, Switcher Studio in general, makes it easy for me to have like really professional looking productions without my husband's help.
Right. Um, yeah, it's just one less thing you have to worry about now. Like I do the switching myself here when we're live, but being able to not do it would be kind of nice sometimes. I was in a couple live streams recently where one of our team members, Ryan, was producing them, and it was really nice. Just kind of sit back, relax, and talk, and like you're not constantly having to keep up, or it's easier to keep up with the comments, or just keep the conversations going. So yeah, definitely, I'm seeing a lot of cool comments coming in. I see Will saying nice background. Yeah, actually was going to use a different one, but Asia said no, that one's more fun, so we stuck with it. So, uh, yeah,
We're all about fun here.
you can thank Chelsea on the team. She made a bunch of these fun graphics for our backgrounds. So, yeah, that's going to be the first feature we cover. I'm going to edit this lower third while we're live and put in another one, um, which has been talked about already in the comments, and that is the multi-views.
Yes.
I think, being able to do something like this is super great. I love the new multi-views. A lot of these came from you guys and from people in the Switcher Studio enthusiast group. So if you have an idea for a multi-view, with the new update we just put out, there's 25 plus new ones for people. So yeah, if you got an idea, email it to us, put it in MS Paint, plug it into the group here. We'd love to see those and add as many of those as we can. Um, yeah, I can show you guys really quick how to get to that. So the plus menu down at the bottom, multi views. This is another thing, one of those like quality of life upgrades I think that happened with this update, where instead of just showing you like grid or flap or picture in picture, and now asks you how many sources do you need on screen. If it's two, well, there's all your options for two, and it'll show you how it'll look when you put them in there. And of course, you can get to six more. You can get up to 9 sources live at the same time. So
It's pretty
um,
crazy.
I want to see someone do a live stream. Maybe we should try this. Do a live stream with 9 people all in at the same time and
That
see
would
if a
be
conversation
awesome.
see if a live conversation could actually happen, because I feel like everyone's just going to be talking over each other. Um,
um, I was testing the like video or the sorry remote guest seats the other day, and it wasn't 9, but it was 6 of us total because I had all 5 remote guests and then had me as the 6th, and we were just like testing the
Mhm.
capacity, and it was actually really fun. I just felt like I was hanging out with all of them, but it's a cool. I'm loving the new or like the additional video chat seats as well as all the new multi views. They're so fun.
Yeah, I'm going through just remote cameras would be great to have auto switch for remote cameras. That works, right? Doesn't auto switching work for remote cameras? It's not. I think that's what it does.
Yeah.
Chris, if you're talking about something different, let me know. And I also see Todd here asking, will auto switch include a switchercast input that is not intended? Do you know if I honestly, off the top of my head, am not sure if it'll switch to it.
I don't
You know
know.
what we can do? What we can do, guys, is run switchercast on my computer.
Let's
Um,
try it.
Connect display. We'll connect one of the. I don't know what's display I'm connecting. Um, let's do that one, maybe. Yeah, it'll just be a nice shot of the road. So, and we're going to go over to auto switch. We're gonna not shuffle it. We'll set it to 1 second, and we're gonna see right now. Here, I'll just go to a solo here. We're gonna start it. So let's see how that works. Yeah,
Nice.
switching
That's
cast
cool.
works. Man, 1 second
Good
is
to
that what?
know.
Oh, it's. I think I did it. Yeah, we'll increase that. So, or I'll just stop it. How about that? But yeah, it does work. Cool.
Perfect. Love
Um,
it.
yeah. So yeah, if I don't know, we'll just test it live as we're going right now. So again, yeah, keep those comments coming. Ask your questions in the comments, and we'd be happy to answer them. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. I sorry, now I'm reading comments too.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go for it.
Perfect.
I
Well,
think we're
it's
about to say
perfect.
the
Like,
same thing. So yeah,
yeah, we got you. It connects to all of your remote cameras, not just your like in the internal camera on your iPad or
yeah.
whatever switching device you're using.
Chris is 100% right. 1 second is a way too fast. I was just trying to get it through too quickly, but yeah, 1 second was way too fast.
I would
Um,
love to know if people use auto switch, what their preferred interval is. Mine is someone said it as a joke because I was testing. I had it at 10 seconds at first, and then I did 20, and I was like, that's too long. And someone was being dumb and was like, you should try 16 because it's like a random number. But 16 is the pocket. I actually really love that interval of time between camera views, at least for cooking streams. I don't know about other
mhm.
streams, but
This is a really cool idea also from Will, being able to like lock one of the sources. We've got some ideas we've been experimenting with, so we might have some solutions for that later in the year. I can't really explain them because I don't really understand exactly what we're kind of figuring out. But I think if what I think you're trying to do, you'll be happy come later in the year. I think we've got some stuff in the pipeline to fix that.
yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. Here's something else about the. I guess we're talking about favorite features, and I'm seeing some people talk about the new update, and here's one. The fact that I have 250 assets is amazing. Really helps making switching devices easier. I 100% agree. Being able to just use different devices in the main switcher and just put all your assets up there. What I
So
do
cool.
is I'll have a whole bunch of different kind of templates. Like I have like the my different multi views, and I will have my lower thirds kind of matching those, and it's just save them all up in the cloud. So knowing how many people I'm going to have on a show or something, I can just download the assets I need. I also have a bunch of like those backgrounds that you saw up there, so they're easy to bring in and use. So, yeah, that's another cool one. Um, Couple other things. So, something else I want to mention that's new for everybody, and quite possibly my favorite feature of Switcher Studio is showing comments on screen. So, the comments you guys are posting are showing up in the main iPad. That's why I might be looking down a little bit, is because I'm reading those comments as we're talking here. But yeah, Facebook comments used to be just on the standard plan. That's out there for everybody now. And
Yay!
YouTube comments too are coming or are already here. I'm getting ahead of
Mhm.
myself. So yeah, check it out if you stream to
So
YouTube.
exciting.
Yeah, comments coming in. I know we have some Twitch streamers like Asia in here as well, and not yet, but hopefully soon. Same thing with LinkedIn. Hopefully, can get those squared away. We just want to make sure that when we implement those, they're doing the correct things for you all. So they're displaying cool on screen. They're doing what like a Twitch user would want to see from their comments displaying on screen. So, um, cool. So you can load YouTube comments now. Yep, you absolutely can. The same way you do Face. It looks exactly the same, Chris. So
Yeah, exactly the
let
same.
me see if it shows it here. Nope. I was gonna see if it showed it on my other iPad. But what it'll do is when you go to that the comment tab, once you're live, it'll ask you if you're gonna be going to Facebook or YouTube. So it'll ask for YouTube or Facebook. And if you're live to one of those, once you tap it, those comments are automatically gonna show up from there. So yeah, comments or YouTube comments are the exact same way.
So cool.
Chris says, yeah, he missed yesterday's big stream reveal. So yeah, just come in here. This is more answering questions, but if you guys have questions about the new update or want to know stuff about it, that's what we're here for too. I know we were going to talk about our favorite features, and I think we hit some of them. Comments, multi-views, and auto switching. But yeah, love to
Yeah.
hear what are you guys using Switcher for. So again, that was the questions for those of you just tuning in. I always like to put a couple questions up. So love to hear from you what you are streaming this week or weekend. What a stream you've done recently proud of. I know we have like those self promotion posts in here where you can plug the videos you're doing, but heck, I'm live right now. It's my stream. I say so. If you want to plug a live stream you've done that you're proud of, put it in the comments. Share it out. Be proud of
Dan
what you're
is the
doing.
captain now.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. um, but yeah, so let us know what you're streaming this week or what you've done recently. The other thing, it is April 1st, April Fool's Day today. So if you got fooled, let us know how it happened. I don't know if I got fooled yet today. I also haven't really been around people or, gone to too many websites. So,
I was fooled, but like in the best way. Like it wasn't like a bad thing that happened. One of our team members, or both of our team members now, Matt Warmbier and Bubba Stallcup, who you guys have seen,
mm-hmm.
they have their own Twitch channel, and they do like a morning show on Thursdays. And so they had like their normal description up, and when I clicked on it, their wives were sitting in their seats instead of them, and they just like ran the show. And like the entire time I was there, no one addressed like, oh, this is a fun thing we're doing. They just like bait and switched everyone. So it was
Nice.
a surprise, but not a bad one. So it was a nice April Fool.
I'll never forget the April Fools where Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak switched who was hosting Wheel of Fortune
Yeah.
and Jeopardy and just went out there like dead face, dead serious. Nothing
Normal.
was wrong. This is completely normal. Just killed it. I thought that was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's those fun little pranks that don't actually hurt anybody that are the best ones.
Right.
So yeah, keep those comments coming in. I see some questions here. Avery was asking DSLR cameras to switcher, and I saw Will with the answer. Just iPhones,
Thanks,
iPads
Will.
directly. There are ways to do it. Look, Will said it better, but it's complicated and you'll get audio delays. Yeah, if you get like a video capture, a capture card, and plug your camera into that, and then have it show up on your iPhone or your computer screen, you can use Switchercast or iPhone screen sharing to bring it in that way. So iPhones are great cameras. I recommend just switching or sticking with those. If you need like a zoom or something, you can search Amazon or Moment, get some lenses for your cameras and go about it that way. Here's a kind of a feature request that's cool. Video backgrounds, not available right now, but would be something cool. We are exploring that option as well. So hopefully can do that very soon. But right now, I don't want to say very soon because we might get into it and it's not that easy and we'll take a little while. But you know, I want to get that out there. I think it's a cool thing and it has been something that's asked about. So thanks for that question or that comment. Yeah, just people. Thanks for the update. Glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see people asking that we kind of just answered that about the what you can use other than iPhones, iPads for switcher, just iPhones or iPads. I will say, if and that's for the main switcher. If you did want to use other cameras or something, you can use switcher video chat. So again, if you can
That's
get
true.
like a
Yeah.
DSLR camera to show up as a video chat, go for it. Something I saw that was really cool. It is, I guess another holiday, at least here in the US, is happy opening season or opening day for baseball. And I saw someone doing a baseball stream where they had a camera with a really big lens on it using video chat outside of the outfield, like out the outfield fence, and we're zooming in on the pitcher and catcher so you could actually see um, what was happening there. You could see
That's cool.
the pitch coming in. So yeah, definitely some stuff you can do. Uh, you want to take this one? I feel like I've been talking a bunch, Asia, and I'll let you answer some of these as well. How many guests can you invite on a show?
Yeah. You can invite up to 5, which is very exciting. So that's 5. And then if you just include either your internal camera or your own like set of cameras for yourself, that's 6 total. You can also have obviously other guests with you locally, but for remote guests, up to 5.
Yeah, and that's for all plans now too. So
So
that's
exciting. It makes me so happy.
that's another one of those things I'm really excited to get out to everybody. Is not just
Yeah.
the one guest. Now you can do up to 5. Of course, those can be video chat guests. So like kind of how Asia is with this video here. She's at her home. I'm at mine. And we're able to have this conversation and go live together. So you can do that with 5 people. Or, like I said, you can get creative with some setups and have a camera kind of far away, but, connect using video chat and like an LTE connection or something.
Yeah.
Chris Strub, another question. Introduce native multi-streaming this year. Fingers crossed. All I'll say for that is I'm not going to say yes or no, but hopefully, maybe. We have to figure some things out to make that happen. Cool. I see some people also telling us what they're streaming this weekend or what they've streamed recently. So stream flag football in
Nice.
Massachusetts. Super cool. Uh,
Very cool.
yeah, very, very cool. Um, I know I saw Jared. I put it up there. Who he just commented down here too. I think this was probably in response to someone's questions, but he mentioned he's doing like a
Oh, with you, Solar.
magic stream later. So okay, here's how Chris does it. Then just a separate mic was the rest of it, so that's how he brings in extra cameras. So
Cool.
yeah, very cool. Like to see people doing it now. Just remember too that people are watching on usually a phone. I normally hold up a phone here, but my phone is being my camera, so I can't do that. But people are watching this on a phone or a small screen, and the quality is going to be capped at 1080p because most of the time people struggle to just get 1080p streams out. Could you
It's
imagine
true.
how much bandwidth it takes to stream 4K? So yeah, like I said, I honestly think if people write into like, hey, I need to connect a better camera, I say, well, how about instead we try and add some lighting, create a better environment for that iPhone to really excel and do a great job at
Yeah.
streaming. But like some people want it, and there are some workarounds for it. So yeah, just test, experiment, figure out what's going to work best for you.
Mhm. And I don't know if this is the case. I don't think this is the case for streaming to Facebook or YouTube, but I know for Twitch, there are sometimes like weird things that happen when you set 1080p streams where if people, specifically people who are watching on their phones, if they're not able to actually stream or like watch your stream at that quality, it won't even let them on. So
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, even though I have the capability to stream to 1080p, I actually set mine at 720 and it still looks really nice because of lighting and everything. but it allows for more engagement because I would rather there be more people able to watch it as opposed to like it look really nice and
Right.
like half the people can't watch it.
Yeah, I that's a great point. I really like that. I saw someone asking. Let me put this comment up here. Please with comments, which options should we select? So comments are
Mm,
available on. Oh, I'm already on that tab, but comments are available on all plans now. So you'll just need to start going live, start streaming to Facebook or YouTube, and I'll scroll across this bar at the bottom, and you see the little chat bubble. When I tap on that, obviously we're not going to be able to get comments because I'm not streaming or anything right now, but they will start showing up right there, and you'll just tap on it to display it on screen, and you'll tap it again to remove it. Nice and simple.
very simple.
Another interesting question: will there be a way to have integrate Switcher Studio with DJI drones? I think there's still an article on our help center if you search drones in there on how to do it. So if you have like the controller with it, you can actually put drones into free fly mode, or it's something called that, where on the phone it doesn't show any controls; it just shows what the camera's picking up. So if you go into that and do iOS screen sharing, you can send that drone up into the sky, and you're going to be able to screen share what's happening on the iPhone or what you're seeing on the iPhone to Switcher Studio. So that is a way that you can bring drones into, and I think it's super cool, a lot of fun. We've done it a few times. In fact, I'd have to go back and find it. That's one of those, might have to put it onto like a live streaming fail or something, because we had it up in the air and one of the guys who was with us was like, hold on, I have to go, because he lost connection with the drone and it was getting ready to crash, but luckily he was able to go over and catch it. It was like running out of batteries.
Nice
We like
save.
lost
Oh no.
connection. So yeah, you can do it. Again, it is a bit of a workaround. It's not a direct integration, but it can work with iOS screen sharing.
So cool.
Um, I'm just if we're quiet here for a second, it's because I'm scrolling through, reading your comments, making sure. AJ, if you have it up too, and you see some ones that you want to answer, just go for it, and we can. But here we go.
Yeah,
Here's a great
Augustine.
question.
Maybe you found it already. Oh no, never mind. Just kidding.
Can
We'll do
we
yours
do this
first.
one, and then this one under there
Yeah.
about video quality? Yeah, we'll do that one next. So, what are the recommendations for internet and Wi-Fi issues when streaming church services? Great question. Do a speed test before you go live. You're gonna want and see what that upload speed. That's going to be the most important part. For like a 1080p stream, you're gonna want like 8 megabits of upload speed, which can be a lot. For 720p, you probably want around 5 megabits. And it goes down from there. So if you're running into issues or you're not having the greatest speeds, you can always drop the quality down. Something else you can do is create a private network for just your streaming devices. This just allows it has less connections, so it allows more upload and bandwidth to stream with. So if that's not an option, just have people, when they come in, make sure they're not connecting their devices to the Wi-Fi, or a bunch of other people aren't using that same Wi-Fi. And if you can, if your router is close by, you can just plug in a secondary router, make that be your network for your cameras to connect to. We have a lot of, if you search networking, and we have a whole section in our help center that will go through all that stuff. But typically those are the first things I'm going to do, is lower the quality, and make sure that everything looks good. From there, depending on my
Also,
internet
Jared,
speeds.
you're so on top of it. Jared, our teammate, is like sharing all the links to
Oh,
all the things.
perfect.
So thank you.
I'm going to also mention something else, which if I was fumbling there, I was like, how do I explain this to someone? I'm like, wait, I can just show them. Outputs tab, scroll down, and there's this Wi-Fi camera communication down here. I always recommend use reinforced Wi-Fi mode. That's going to allow the network a little bit more time. So it might look a little delayed from what's happening in Switcher, from what's happening real time. And that's okay. Like, everything's going to be synced, and everyone's going to see the same thing at the same time when they're watching back. It just allows the network a little bit more time for the cameras to communicate. And if the network is like close but just not quite there, that little bit can just save everything. So
Yeah, it's your best friend.
great question. Great question. If you still have problems, email support at Switcher Studio, and we can help you from there as well. Um, Asia, let's let you take it. You said this one, I think. So give
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, lighting really is everything. It really makes or breaks a video or like your video display. And I'm just using my iPhone 12 as my camera, but I've got like natural light going on in the background, but then I have a ring light to the right of me, and then just like a studio light to the left of me, and it just kind of helps bring the right amount of light for what I like for my own streams. And so I don't know, I just did it for this stream or this video chat stream as well.
I'll show you here. I'm gonna mess up my camera angle, but what I do is I have well, there's just this ring light. It's from Iographer. Works really well. I love it. That's all I'm using. The other thing, I guess this is a tip too. You can just have something if you have a computer screen in front of you. Put like something
glow.
bright or white, and it might light up the face a little bit too.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's a great idea. Should I move my camera? I can show you. Ooh.
Yeah, go for it. If you can, don't feel like you need to.
Little ring light there. And then I do have a studio light that I just have on like an old tripod. That's really like all I use for this setup, especially in the daytime with the natural light. It looks really good as I adjust this now.
A few other big tips for lighting. Don't have a window be behind you, because that natural light coming in is going to cast shadows, and not just cast shadows, but it's going to pretty much your camera's going to pick up that light, and you're going to be almost just a straight silhouette. They're not going to be able to see the features. So if you turn around and have your camera or that light facing you and the camera pointed at you, then it's going to brighten everything up really well. Other thing is, when picking your lights, make sure they're the same light source. So don't have like a fluorescent bulb and then an LED or something like that. Make sure they're all the same, or else the lighting will look pretty weird. Great question. That's something maybe, Asia, maybe in the future we can do a whole show on that. I'm sure.
That sounds fun, actually. We should totally do that.
Maybe we can buy a bunch of really expensive lighting gear and do a write-off.
That sounds fantastic.
Right. Colby asking here, will face tracking be possible with the DJI Osmo? Right now, no. That's a limitation of the SDK we use to implement that. So that's not possible right now. There are some cool things you can get, though, that go onto like a tripod head. I'd have to look some up, but so it would go in between your tripod head and the camera or whatever you have. And it's basically just, I think it works on radio frequencies, where basically you would have something, you clip on what you wanted to track, and then the like, it's like a little motor, and it'll kind of follow that little thing around. So yeah, but with the Osmo, not possible right now. Boo. I'm kind of going through. We're kind of running a little over. I told Asia we'd done it around 2, so I don't know if we have a few more minutes. We'll probably make another 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
You know what? Matt is right. You are the best, Jared. And
yes,
Jared. You're such the best that best needs 2 T's, not 1.
Yes.
Matt, you're also pretty awesome too.
Matt has 2 T's.
Matt, that's true. Maybe that's what it was. You got both of Matt's T's. I keep hearing about hardwiring the system. That will work as well for your Ethernet or for your internet if you're wanting to make it be a little more stable, especially if you just hardwire the main device running switcher. I'm wondering if I have any of those things around here. Well, I have this. My desk is a mess, so please bear with me.
You're doing great.
Yeah, this kind of... Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I wanted. Beautiful. I got it. This is how you would hardwire something. You need a couple adapters. It might look kind of silly, but it's going to work. So... And for this, I do recommend using only Apple certified products, and I only get the ones from Apple because You'll find a lot of these little adapters on Amazon. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them work for like a month and then don't work. So the Apple ones,
Yeah.
I've used these ones for, I don't know, years and years, and they're always working. So the first thing is this is a USB to Ethernet adapter. And depending on the iPad, you will have different ones of these. This is the Lightning, so Lightning on one end, and it has USB and a charge port. So you'll plug the Ethernet in there. So this is where you'll get your internet from. So from your router, wherever your Ethernet cable is coming from. This side will plug into the device you're wiring in, and then you also have to power it. These Ethernet does require power. You can do it by plugging into a wall outlet, or you can get something like this. This is an Anker battery that I use a ton, so you can still have those cameras out in the field, or not like right next to a wall plug. You can still do that. That's how you hardwire things in. It can be a lifesaver and really help in some situations.
Nice. I need to get more power banks.
Yeah. Here's another one. Most times my guest audio has some echoes in it. Please, how can I get a quality audio from a guest without echo? I'm sure Jared probably already has this one answered in the comments because this is one of his specialties. But
Yes.
first thing I try is toggle on and off this voice mode here in the audio tab. It'll also be in the video chat tab. You can force it by automatically. We also just did some updates to video chat, so the quality will be better as well. But try turning the voice mode on and off and seeing how much that helps. The other thing, if you are running, this is getting a little more technical. So if you're running Switcher Studio on, or I'm sorry, if you're running video chat or remote guests on a separate device, not from the main switcher, just make sure that you don't have two mics coming in, so you don't have like the switcher mic and the remote guest mic. So if you yourself are in the remote guest room, not from switcher, so hosting from a separate device, you'll need to make sure you have one of those mics muted, or else it will do the echo. What else we got? You guys are on fire today with these great questions.
Good questions.
Matt put this in here, support@switcherstudio.com. We probably won't be able to get to everybody's questions, so if you're watching this after the fact and we missed you live, you can always email support@switcherstudio.com to get a hold of us. And you're probably talking to a lot of the people here, Asia or
Probably.
Matt right there will be in there every once in a while. We have a great team around us, so yeah. Yeah, there's Jared right there saying it about your setup.
There
Just
you go.
right in, yeah.
What
Jared's
a
gonna
guy.
get you. Jared's
Where's the
gonna get you
best?
covered. Oh man, we're still getting to people talking about lighting, so I must be pretty far behind on the comments if we're just seeing that.
You're doing great.
Matt also saying dibs on that lighting gear.
Yeah, right.
Right. Um, 2Ts for life. Love it. Oh man. Also getting made fun of for all the dongles. You are correct. Cool. All right. Well, that's up to the comments we have there for now. So I think that might be where we stop this live stream. But again, if you're watching this after the fact, maybe on YouTube, thanks for tuning in and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more of these videos. You can also catch these live on Facebook. It's Facebook or Switcher Studio 101. If you search that, you'll find it. We also have Switcher Studio Enthusiast if you're a longtime Switcher user and want to see some other really more involved setups or want to talk some crazy iPad and iPhone streaming. You can join that one as well. Again, I just want to reiterate support@switcherstudio.com for all your questions. We also have that really robust help center, which is support.switcherstudio.com, so you can get a bunch of answers there as well. Anything I'm forgetting or anything you'd like to add, Asia?
I don't think so. hope that everyone enjoys their April Fool's Day.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
hope you didn't get fooled too badly, Matt. I'll say I don't think you were here earlier, but we had the question, did you get April fooled today? And Asia said you and Bubba got her
You
earlier,
fooled
so
me. You fooled me.
good
You got
job.
me.
um, Great. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Have a lot of fun doing these. I hope you got your questions answered. Again, if you didn't, reach out to us however you can, and we'll be happy to answer those questions. Asia, thank you for joining me and going live with
Of
me
course.
today. And thank you all for hanging out. Take care and have a wonderful day.